quick look at the S&P 500 for a midweek update as we get ready to trade Wednesday, October 14th. Here is our intraday chart. I always mark off the initial balance period. That's the first hour of trading with a blue box like this and watch for price to either rise above it or below it as the day goes on. And as you can see, our open was literally our high of the day, and around 1 o'clock Eastern time, some negative news about a vaccine came out, and another vaccine or another treatment, I think from Eli Lilly this time, was being put on hold. So we kind of broke down below this initial balance range. We tried to make a bounce back to the halfway back of yesterday's range and rolled over. We set our low of the day here, breaking this 3508 level, recovering it and coming all the way back up here to the halfway back again on yesterday's range. Yesterday was a big range day. So the halfway back of that kind of marks whether we're going to cling to the bottom portion of that range or get back up towards the high of that range. And we failed and sold off at the end of the day into the close, but we did close above 3508.01. That is our weekly all-time closing high. It comes to us from the weekly chart. Here you can see it. It was in August week 4, and then September week 1. We failed to hold above that level, and we wound up selling off pretty badly, and it led to our September low. And here we are back again, challenging and trying to stay above 3508. I said in last night's note that as long as we continue to close above 3508, we should drift back towards the all-time high. But if we start closing below 3508, we can possibly sell back off again and maybe fill some of these gaps we've made on the way up here. Here is our simplified daily chart, and you can see that here was yesterday's big power move to a high at 3549.85, crossing above the median line of this bull fork. But here you can see today we really weren't able to stay above the median line and close down below it. And then finally, when we look to the roadmap, we've got to stay above 3508. I think if we open above it and we hold a low day above it tomorrow, we have a good chance of getting back up here to the to the high that we made on Monday and going on to our next targets, which are 3554, and then getting into this final gap here that takes us up to the all-time closing high. If we come in and open below 3508, or even worse, if we open below the lows that we've already set on the week, we're going to go ahead and we're going to fill some gaps, and we're probably going to work our way all the way back here to the 10-day simple moving average. It's rising. It's probably going to be around about 100 points lower from where we are now still, but it will be all the way down here. And then ultimately, we are trying to see if we can stabilize and stay above 3386 this week, because this is the all-time high settlement price, monthly OPEX settlement price. The all-time high one was from August, 3386.27, and that's right around here by the 50-day right now. So ultimately, we're looking for, even if we do get into a sell-off this week, as long as we hold above 3386 and settle Friday options above it on Friday's open using the ticker set, we're going to come back here, and then maybe next week we're going to make this try at getting up here to 35.54 on through to this gap. And next week we have Netflix earnings. So we usually get a pretty good move, some short covering going into that first set of earnings out of the group of FANG stocks. Okay, so once again, 3508. And if that works, then we're going to keep on heading up higher, looking for a move above Monday's high and through onto 35.54, through onto this gap. Or we open below 35.08, break the lows that we've already set on the week at 34.99, and begin filling gaps on our way down to the 10-day and then the 50-day, and holding above this 33.86 level. Hope this helps you out and gives you a good idea of where we're at right now. Have a great rest of your evening. Good luck and good trading.